guys, and welcome to another edition of Novak Reviews from Crazy Poultry Inc. So yesterday I finally got to check out two movies that came out last year that I really wanted to see, but they weren't in a great distance for me to get to, so I had to actually kind of travel to go see this. But I finally saw a double feature yesterday, which was Lady Bird and Call Me By Your Name. And yeah, these are pretty damn good movies. They're surprisingly pretty similar in some ways, and then they're surprisingly not similar in some ways. Both of these movies feature a certain time period in someone's or somebody's life, and another thing is the actual story and time difference. So, but let me just get to the movies. Lady Bird is directed and written by Greg Gerwich. It's her first time, and boy does she nail it. It's like just home run, up to bat, first hit. All the actresses and actors are really good in this. Saoirse Ronan, who plays said character Lady Bird, is really good, and I understand why she's up for an Academy Award. I'm sorry that I'm blanking on your name, but the woman that plays her mother, who I always recognize from Roseanne and Big Bang Theory, she's really good as her mom. I think she's always been pretty good as like that adult figure and stuff, but here she really shines. The character that's not brought up a lot in this that I think needs a bit more talk is actually her dad, Lady Bird's dad. I think he has a really good connection with the family and stuff, and it really dives into what his life does with the family as far as with his job and other things like that. But it's just this peak moment of like from late 2002 to 2003, and you can definitely tell this from the mentions of the 9/11 stuff with terrorism. There's always talks of it on the news. It's kind of brought up out of nowhere in conversations because it was a large topic. But it's not really shoved in your face. It's more to establish that this is the time period that it's taking place, which is perfectly fine. But it deals with Lady Bird as a senior trying to go to college, and she doesn't want to stay in her hometown where she's from in Sacramento, California. In fact, it's kind of referred to at one point as the Midwest of California, which, being from Indiana, it's like, is that a compliment or is that, it's actually kind of true. But she wants to, go to the East Coast. She wants to go to New York and stuff, but she doesn't quite have the grades. Her attitude is definitely not a great selling point usually, but none of this feels like a Hollywood, portrayed life movie. Everything in this feels natural. It feels real, and that's the biggest compliment I can give this film, is that it just feels real. But it's also very entertaining. The scene that a lot of people talk about is Lady Bird and her mom in the car, and yep, that turns pretty funny and pretty hysterical at one point. But it never goes too over the top with comedic and too drama. I think it feels like it's in that perfect center of dramedy and comedy. And Saoirse Ronan as Lady Bird, I think, is really great in this film. She really shines because there's moments in there where she has to she's feeling a certain way, but then this character will reveal something, and she turns on a dime on how she would react in real life, and that's the biggest compliment again that I can give this film, is that it feels real. And yeah, other than that, if you guys have been noticing this getting a lot of awards talks and you've seen reviews of it, I'm sorry this is now out, but I finally have now seen this. I can safely say that not only did this feel just so real, it was so entertaining and compelling and just a joy to watch, and then all of a sudden it just hits you that it's over. Yep, that's all you're going to get from this life, and it's just a perfect note. It doesn't feel too long, it doesn't feel too short. I am absolutely giving Lady Bird an A+, and it would be on my best of year list, which it would actually go up to 3rd. Yeah, it would move up that high. Right behind Logan and Blade Runner 2049, which sadly means, oh, Wonder Woman, I loved you so much, but I have to boot you off now. But no dissing at all on either of those films. So then the other one was Call Me By Your Name, which I've been hearing a lot of, with Timothy Chalamet getting an Oscar nod. Again, like Lady Bird, it feels real. It feels like you're just there at this moment in time, with Armie Hammer's character showing up, who is an actor that I always thought actually could act really well, but he just, other than Social Network, I don't really remember him being in much of good material per se. This is taking place in 1983, which again is much different than the Lady Bird thing. They literally say this in writing, somewhere in Italy, which explains all the beautiful shots in it, because that is one thing I can definitely say. This is a gorgeous movie. It's shot very well. All the scenery is beautiful. Again, just like I said with Lady Bird, all the acting is outstanding. Everything feels natural and real. The only few things that kind of felt a little off to me, that it's not any way into the film, it's just that some of the writing I didn't quite, and some of the stuff that would be said by characters I didn't really, I didn't understand the phrasing and why they would say this. But again, I'm not gonna harsh on that too much. Yeah, so this is about two men coming to grips with their sexuality. It's seeing if they do like women or if they're into guys. And you know, for right now, this is totally fine. You can do whatever you want. No judging whatsoever. It just kind of makes, to me, the audience go like, so yeah, they feeling that, I don't know how they're feeling that. Yeah, it really has you up of like, where are they going with this? But again, it feels pretty naturally. The other thing that I'll give this is a slight nitpick for me, as far as when you talk about Lady Bird. That's a designated short period of time that you're given in the theater. This is almost 2.5 hours. And it can feel that way. There are definite shots that are, you know, shooting these characters in realistic places, and you know, you see them go across to something else, and you see the whole time that they go across. So it's kind of challenging in that regards to, you know, keep up with this film. It's not a knock in any way. I can watch something like that, and it is beautiful sighting, but I can agree that it can start to feel just a bit long, and just like, okay, yeah, that's beautiful, but do I have to see this again? So those are some small nitpicks of me. Again, all the actors and actresses in this are really great. There is not a bad performance in any way. Here's just one little thing for me with, I kind of want to go back and maybe see like some other actors and stuff that I thought were really great in 2017 and put them up against Timothy Chalamet, which I'm not knocking his performance. He was really good. But I just feel like it's a little overpraised. That's just my opinion. I was waiting for that scene that I've been hearing a lot of people saying that he just like gauntlets the emotions and stuff, and yes, he does. But does that deserve an Oscar nomination or an Oscar win? I am personally not necessarily on board with this, but that's just my opinion. He does do a really good job, but is that enough? Again, I would like to go back and see what I would actually have picked, but I can't, and so I have the Academy to go on. So again, for all those reasons, I'm going to give Call Me By Your Name a... It's like I want to say maybe a B+ because of rewatchability, but because of the way it actually is made and helmed and acted, I'm going to give it an A-. It's not going to be one of the most rewatchable movies, but it's very well done, and I can consider giving it to someone to see for a first time. So yeah, guys, finally got to see two that I really wanted to see. I had to travel to a theater that I don't go to that often, and yeah, I started to feel like, yep, I know why I'm not here that much, but the theater by my house was not showing anything really, so yeah, that's what I'm going to leave it at. So guys, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you go check these out while they're still in theaters. I know they're not going to be around that much longer, and Oscars are coming out. Are these going to win? Are they not? We'll see. Anyway, this has been Gallo Loco, Ian Novak, Crazy Poultry Inc. Subscribe, comment below. See you guys next time.